Hey, thanks for joining me. Today we are going to tackle one of the absolute biggest questions in retirement. How do you turn all that money you've saved up into a reliable paycheck, one that you know is going to last for the rest of your life? It's the end goal for everyone, right? So let's break down how to actually do it.
Think about it. You've probably spent decades building your nest egg, putting money away, doing the right thing. But now you're here, and the big question is, what's the smartest way to use it? How do you turn that lump sum into an income stream you literally can't outlive? It's a puzzle every single retiree has to solve.
So let's just dive right in. For a long time, the traditional answer to this puzzle has been a word you've probably heard before, annuitization. But what in the world does that actually mean? At its heart, annuitization is a pretty straightforward trade. You hand over a chunk of your savings, a lump sum, to an insurance company. And in return, they promise to send you a regular check, usually for the rest of your life. You know, a good way to think about it is like this. It's kind of like selling your house to the bank. They get the house, and in exchange, they agree to pay your rent for life. So you've got a roof over your head, but you don't own the asset anymore. Now, this is maybe the most important word to focus on right here: irreversible. This is not a decision you can just take back. Once you flip that switch and annuitize, you're pretty much locked in for good. So how's it work? Well, the process itself is pretty simple. You tell them when you want the income to start, you pick a couple of options, and then the insurance company runs the numbers. They look at your age, what interest rates are doing, and boom, they tell you what your payment is. And once those checks start coming, that's it. That's your new reality, fixed, and you can't change it. Okay, so that sounds simple enough, right? But, and this is a big but, what are you really giving up in that trade? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the major drawbacks of this traditional approach. And this is really where that whole selling your house analogy hits home. First off, you lose control and liquidity. So let's say your car dies and you need 15 grand for a new one. Well, if you've annuitized, that lump sum is gone. It's not yours to tap into anymore. On top of that, your fixed check buys less and less each year thanks to inflation. And what about leaving money to your kids? It gets really complicated, and it often means you have to take a smaller paycheck just for that option. Bottom line, you are locked in. For years, that was really the main option on the table. But what if you could get that guaranteed income without having to give up all that control and flexibility? Well, the good news is there's a much more modern way to do it. This alternative is a feature you can find on modern annuities called a Guaranteed Lifetime Withdrawal Benefit. I know, it's a mouthful. Let's just call it a GLW. The name really says it all, though. It's a benefit that guarantees you can make withdrawals from your account for your lifetime. But here's the game changer. You get that income while still owning your account. So, back to our house analogy, this isn't like selling your house. It's more like getting income from your home's equity, but you still hold the deed. You're still the owner. And this is where the difference becomes so clear. With a GLWB, you keep access to your money for emergencies. Whatever's left in your account when you pass away goes directly to your beneficiaries, no strings attached. You can start, stop, or even change your income if your needs change down the road. And get this, because you still own the account, your future income can actually increase if your investments do well. It's simple, really. You get the guaranteed paycheck, but you keep the power. All right, let's put these two strategies head to head. I think a simple side-by-side look will make the choice here crystal clear.
This chart really says it all, doesn't it? Control over your principal. With annuitization, that's a big no. With a GLW, it's a yes. What about access for emergencies? Again, a no versus a yes. Flexibility to change your income. Same story. And leaving a legacy? It's really limited with annuitization, but with a GLW, your heirs get whatever is left. The difference in control is just night and day.
So, knowing all of this, how do you figure out what's actually the right path for you and your situation? Well, let's walk through a really simple plan to do just that. Here's a super straightforward 4-step plan. Step 1. Figure out exactly how much income you need to cover your essential bills each month. Step 2. Go get some quotes for a traditional annuitization. Step 3. Compare that to quotes for a GLWB, which gives you income without giving up control. And finally, Step 4. If annuitization still seems like the right move, maybe just consider doing it with a portion of your savings, not the whole shebang. Now, of course, running all these numbers and trying to compare these complex financial products, that can be a lot to handle on your own. But the good news is you absolutely don't have to. At The Annuity Expert, our entire job is to do this heavy lifting for you. We can run all the numbers and show you exactly what your income could look like with both options, side by side, totally tailored to your specific situation.
And because we're independent brokers, our services are always 100% free to you.
So, if you're ready to see your own numbers and get a real plan together, just give us a call. The number is 770-755-1565. Or you can visit our website at annuityexpertadvice.com. We can help you build an income plan that you can actually feel confident about. I'll just leave you with this one last thought. A good retirement plan shouldn't force you to choose between having a paycheck and having control over your own money. So ask yourself this: does your plan give you all three: reliable income, total control, and the flexibility to handle whatever life throws your way? Thanks so much for watching.